Have you ever wondered if she really cares or if it's all just words? You might be missing the silent signs that tell the truth. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal the hidden signals, backed by science, that show when a woman is genuinely interested. Every glance, every laugh, every pause, it all means something deeper than you think. Don't scroll past this, because what you learn here could change the way you see every interaction forever. Watch closely, feel it, and understand her like never before. And hey, comment your location, where you're watching from, and subscribe. Join our journey of real connection. Have you ever noticed how much someone's body speaks before they even say a word? Think about the last time someone leaned in while talking to you, or subtly mirrored your gestures. There's a reason that happens. Our bodies are wired to communicate desire, interest, and comfort long before our brains put it into words. It's fascinating. Science calls it behavioral mirroring, and it's not something we do consciously. When someone genuinely likes you, their body starts to reflect yours almost instinctively. A tilt of the head, a light touch on the arm, a smile that lingers just a bit too long. These are not coincidences. They're signals, whispers of interest written in movement rather than speech. Eye contact is another invisible language that reveals more than words ever could. Look closely, and you'll notice it's not just about holding someone's gaze. It's about the quality of that gaze. Is it warm and engaged, or fleeting and distracted? Psychology tells us that when a person is truly interested, their pupils dilate slightly, their head turns toward you, and they subconsciously angle their body to stay aligned with yours. It's subtle, yes, but if you pay attention, these are the cues that separate casual friendliness from authentic attraction. And it goes deeper than simple gestures. The way someone positions themselves around you, how open or closed their stance is, can tell you volumes about how they feel. Crossed arms or constant looking around often signals hesitation or discomfort, while relaxed shoulders, uncrossed legs, and consistent orientation toward you suggest comfort and engagement. It's almost philosophical when you think about it. Our bodies betray the truth our words sometimes try to hide. The human brain craves honesty, and the body provides it effortlessly. Even the smallest touch can be revealing. A brief touch on the hand, a brush against your arm, even a playful nudge. These are not random. They're subtle invitations that say, I'm comfortable with you. I want you close. Neuroscience explains this too. Touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, making both people feel connected and drawn to one another. When she initiates these tiny, deliberate touches, it's rarely accidental. It's her body giving away the truth before her lips even have a chance to speak. So pay attention, not just to what she says, but how she says it with her body, leaning in, mirroring movements, maintaining genuine eye contact. And light touches are all signals that science and psychology agree on. They tell a story of interest, curiosity, and attraction that words alone can't convey. The moment you start noticing these signs, you gain clarity. Clarity about her intentions, clarity about your next step, and clarity about whether the connection is real. Remember this, her body doesn't lie. If you're willing to observe closely and interpret honestly, you'll see the truth in ways that conversation alone could never reveal. So watch, feel, and act, not on assumptions, but on the signals that are quietly, powerfully being sent. When you do, you step into a space of understanding where meaningful connections aren't just possible, they're inevitable. Have you ever noticed how much someone's actions reveal about their feelings, far more than words ever could? Words are easy. They can be said without thought, repeated without meaning, and sometimes even used to manipulate. But actions are deliberate, tangible, and grounded in reality. When a woman is genuinely interested, she doesn't just talk about wanting to spend time with you. She makes it happen. She rearranges her schedule, sends a thoughtful message, follows through on plans, and remembers the things that matter to you. There's a philosophical truth here. Genuine interest always shows itself in effort. Nothing fake can sustain consistency. Consistency is key. Psychology tells us that humans are wired to notice patterns. We subconsciously evaluate the reliability of others, not by the stories they tell, but by the behaviors they repeat. If she reaches out regularly, shows up when she says she will, and engages with you meaningfully, it's a reflection of her priorities. She's investing time, energy, and emotional bandwidth, and that investment is not random. It's intentional. In a world where attention is scarce, the one who prioritizes you is signaling something far deeper than words alone. Attention to detail is another subtle, powerful signal. Does she remember the small things you share, the book you're reading, a problem at work, the way your coffee is made? When someone is truly interested, the mind doesn't just store information, it values it. Remembering the little things isn't about manipulation, it's about connection. It shows that she's present with you in ways that are almost philosophical in nature. She sees you, not just the idea of you. She notices patterns, emotions, and nuances. That kind of attention can't be faked because it requires emotional engagement. It's also worth reflecting on the courage it takes to show interest through action. Reaching out, making plans, or being available isn't always easy. There's vulnerability in every effort, a risk of rejection, a risk of exposing oneself. When she chooses to act despite that risk, it speaks to the depth of her interest. She's willing to invest, to be seen, to create a connection. That willingness is a mirror. It reflects not only her feelings for you, but also her emotional maturity and clarity about what she wants. So, when you start paying attention, you'll realize that her time, effort, and attention are like threads weaving a story about her intentions. Words might entice you, but actions define reality. Genuine interest is never passive. It's active, deliberate, and consistent. The moment you learn to read these signals, you gain clarity not just about her, but about how relationships truly work. You begin to see that love and interest are not abstractions. They are lived experiences manifested through effort, presence, and meaningful attention. Remember this, someone who values you will prove it, not just promise it. Actions speak the language of truth, and when you recognize and respond to them, you step into a reality where connections are authentic, meaningful, and inevitable. Pay attention to effort, and you'll never be misled by words alone. It's one thing to hear someone say they're interested, but it's another to see their actions match their words. Words are easy. They can be polished, rehearsed, even charming, but actions are truth in motion. When a woman is genuinely interested, what she says aligns with what she does, and that alignment is often where science and psychology converge. The human mind is wired to detect consistency. When words and actions line up, it signals authenticity. When they don't, it triggers doubt, hesitation, and the subtle sense that something is off. Genuine interest is measured not by eloquence, but by integrity in behavior. Think about it, promises alone mean nothing unless they're fulfilled. A woman who says she'll call and does so without fail shows reliability. A woman who says she wants to spend time with you and rearranges her schedule to make it happen demonstrates priorities. This is not trivial. It's a reflection of conscious choice and emotional investment. Psychology calls this the consistency principle. People who are truly committed will act in ways that reflect their intentions. And when you start noticing these patterns, you can begin to separate superficial charm from authentic connection. It's also fascinating how small gestures become profound indicators. Did she remember a plan you discussed weeks ago? Did she check in after a stressful day at work? Did she respond not just with words, but with thoughtful action that shows she cares? These moments are the real proof of interest. They may seem subtle, almost invisible, but they accumulate over time into a clear picture of her intentions. Philosophically speaking, interest isn't a single act. It's a series of choices, repeated and consistent, that demonstrate care, attention, and intentionality. Another layer to consider is emotional congruence. Genuine interest is not only about doing the right things, it's about feeling them. When words, gestures, and actions are all in harmony, it creates a sense of trust and resonance. You feel seen, understood, and valued, not because of what she says, but because of what she embodies in her interactions with you. Science supports this too. Our brains respond more to congruent signals than to mere promises, registering authenticity at a level that's almost instinctual. So the next time you're trying to understand her feelings, don't focus solely on the words she speaks. Watch what she does. Listen to the rhythm of her actions, the subtle ways she follows through, and the consistency that forms the backbone of her behavior. Genuine interest is an architecture built from repeated, aligned choices. It's not a fleeting spark, but a steady flame. Recognize it, honor it, and respond accordingly. Remember this: words can tempt you, charm you, and mislead you, but actions never lie. When her words and deeds align, you are seeing truth in motion. Pay attention to the consistency, and you'll gain clarity, confidence, and a rare understanding of real connection. Truth is not whispered, it's lived.